Welcome all. As you can see, we've had to replan our week just a bit. However, here it is, the SsangYong Korando. I'm just going to turn around the camera. There we go. So this is our first review for the manufacturer. I don't know if you know anything about SsangYong. They're Korean, and I think they started in something like the 50s. Now this is the 4th gen of the Korando. So I'll just let you get acquainted with it so far. Oh, hello KB. There's 4 trims to choose from. Good afternoon, Jamie, how are you? So yeah, 4 trims to choose from. This is the Pioneer. If you'll remember, when we were at Blenheim for the launch, we drove the Ultimate. So this is the one under that. You've got the, I think it's the ELX, Ventura, Pioneer, and then Ultimate. And like Seat, each vehicle has its own trim level, so you don't fill it full of options. It's very good for towing caravans, yeah. The crazy thing about this one is they've decreased the engine from 2 litre to 1.6, but it's still as peppy and can tow, dependent on which trim you go for, between 1500 and 2 ton. 1500 kilograms and 2000 kilograms, or 1.5 tons and 2 ton. Now, dependent on trim, I'm going to be saying that quite a bit because it is a key factor on this car. You can get 17s, 18s or 19s when it comes to wheels. You can get projection headlamps. Hi Paul, how are you? Annabelle's not going to be, how do I put this? She's not going to be as prominent for the next few days, certainly. She's very thankful for all the support she's what we've learned to live with. It's a chronic illness. It's practically invisible. That's it. I mean, she even has a blue badge, but some people are like, oh well, she's not on a crutch today, therefore she's healed. Nope, not. Yeah, so she is a bit gutted that she's not going to be doing more of these videos because she loves the Korando as well. I mean, she got to drive it at Blenheim at least, so that's something. And she may do a bit of driving this week, depending on how she's feeling. It's just something we have to put up with. It's one of these that Annabelle and I have learnt to live with. I'll just have a quick walk round anyway. Here's the interior. So we've got, I think it's called dual interior, which gives you faux leather and luxury cloth inside. Old school handbrake, but on the Ultimate you get an electronic handbrake. You can get 2-wheel drives, 4-wheel drives. It's very, very well kitted out as well. Now the interesting thing about SsangYong with the Korando is, now this is really clever in my opinion, doesn't matter which trim you go for, you get all the safety kit. It's exactly the same throughout this bit and that bit and so on. Emergency, autonomous emergency braking. I'm trying to think what else there is. Curtain side airbags, dual airbags in the front. Auto lights, rain sensing wipers, and self-dip as well. And as you can see, you get a decent amount of legroom. You can tell I've been sat in the passenger seat at the front because, whoa. Decent headroom as well. Airbags, airbags, airbags. There's side airbags as well for the front. Lots of gloss, mix of materials. You can get different infotainment size screens as well, which is quite staggering. You can get anything from, I think it's, I'm trying to think, I've been going through the website today, basically looking at the levels and the trims and what you get on each one. And it is quite staggering. If you go for the ELX, in a word, you'll get pretty much nothing. But you get a decent car, and it's under 20 grand, which is quite staggering for an SUV. Go for the Ultimate, that'll cost you just under 32,000, but you get LEDs on the front and that kind of thing. Keyless entry, keyless go, and you also get the virtual cockpit that we demonstrated at Blenheim. So it all depends on what trim you want, and as Jamie mentioned, these are really good. I think they've got 320 Newton meters of torque. You can choose petrol, diesel, auto or manual, 4-wheel drive or 2-wheel drive. I think I need to clean it. Let's have a look round. So all round disc brakes, combination LED rear lights, Korando Pioneer. Now, I read an interesting thing this morning that I didn't actually know. Probably should have done, really. But SsangYong means double dragon. Takes me back to the 80s game on the Atari ST. Power folding door mirrors. Looks quite slick, doesn't it? Bar. It's a bit where we haven't got a caravan, we could go on a tour, but hey. But yeah, the fact is, you can get one for under 20 grand, or you can get the fully spec'd out one for 32. And there's quite a bit of a difference when you look at it. Virtual cockpit, bigger infotainment screen, TomTom navigation, GDI petrol engine or diesel. Parking sensors, reversing camera, and KB the cat. Just open the boot. This one doesn't have a power tailgate, but the Ultimate does. It's very well trimmed in here. So there's the curtain side airbags. Shopping hooks. Full-size spare wheel. Only available on the Pioneer randomly. The thing about the full-size spare wheel is it will reduce the boot size slightly. I think it's 100 litres, something like that. Parking sensors at the back as well. So we've got this for just under a week. We're off to London tomorrow, so join us for the adventure. We'll also be doing a full review in the 5 things we love. Thanks, guys. Lots more coming. And I'll pass on your regards to Annabelle as well.